see how it goes. Nice, you got your water. I got mine.
Okay, let's do a brain exercise. I'm gonna say something and then you have to rhyme it.
Okay, just a word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chit chat.
Knick-knack.
Tic tac.
Flip-flap.
Blackjack.
Oil frack.
Thumbtack.
It's like a day snack.
Day snack, dude.
Hey, you have night snacks and day snacks. Like after 8, that's a night snack, you know?
Day snacks is called lunch, dude.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the second episode of Behind the Beats with TRIOS. My first guest is longtime homie Logan AKA Half, talent agent and also talent buyer at times. So Logan and we met at a show at Gorgamish when Saruda was playing and he was putting that on. And the next show after that was Lost Dogs. So that was when I realized that Logan was pushing a lot of the same music that I was into. So I was like, all right, I want to get involved. After that, I played a show for him, and that was my first bass set, coming back to the club scene, and it was for opening up for Aztec. And then I got more involved for the next show, which was supposed to be Flava D, but the pandemic hit, she couldn't make it, and we had to fill in with Kendall instead.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I feel like another thing I would say is I also reached out on co-ed rave power. I remember making a post saying like, hey, need extra hands with Damp, which was the company that I was doing shows under, and you had come up to bat there for that.
Yeah.
So I think there was like some initial like online communication first before we really hung out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what started out as like an online acquaintance thing just kind of developed and over the pandemic too, right? Like we stayed in touch over social media, chit-chatted here and there, talk about like music, and then we went to a lot of the same shows as, they came back after lockdown.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm stoked to have him as my first guest. And I hope you enjoy what we've got in store for you.
Yeah, I'm stoked to be here, dude.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. All right, let's get down to business. So you went from junior agent at AAA to now a fully fledged agent with some formidable artists on your roster. How did you get your foot in the door?
Well, I've known all the AAA folks for quite a while. Like, I've grown up like attending their parties. Stu and Severin, Maggie, they all have been talent buyers and event promoters at a time in their lives too, as well as currently. So yeah, just really like growing up around them and working some of their shows as well. What really got my foot in the door, I was playing a show at Celebrities for my birthday, actually opening for Chi and Saruda.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I was talking to Severin after the show, and I told him I'd be really stoked to start doing anything I can for AAA, and just the rest is history, kind of.
Nice.
Yeah.
So which artists do you currently have on your roster?
Saturna, Contra, Metaflor, Crispy Chris, Boy Not Home, and my newest signee, Thu.
Oh.
Yeah, Thu out of Denver. Shout out Thu.
Nice.
Thanks for joining us.
Excellent. Well, your roster's growing for sure, and it's only been what, a year that you've been with AAA?
Yeah, just over a year, like a year and a couple months. Like May 2022 is when I joined.
Wow.
So it's been like a year and a half, probably, something like that.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so tell us about your progression from hearing electronic music for the first time to eventually immersing yourself in some of the weirdest of bass music.
The first couple songs I heard would have been like some old Tiesto songs, like Adagio for Strings. Do you know that one?
Oh yeah, it's classic.
And then like the first events that I went to were hardstyle events, just with like some old high school friends that like initially got me into raving, like the first few raves I went to. So it was like really nothing what I'm listening to now, obviously. Like your style and taste and changes over time. The first like dubstep songs I heard that really got me were like the old UKF releases and Circus Records, Flux Pavilion, Dr. P, like that nostalgic style of dubstep. And then like Scream's In for the Kill really like hit me over the head when I was a kid, and really like, wow, like this is crazy music. What is this? Like it was so new and exciting. So yeah, that really took me over. And then yeah, I don't know, I started DJing in 2015, like after a few Shambhalas. I got into DJing. I've always been like a huge SoundCloud digger too. So, just scouring the mass world of SoundCloud. I've always been a big digger. So yeah, just constantly seeing what's new and what's fresh, finding the weirdest stuff I can.
Going down the rabbit hole.
Going down the rabbit hole. It's probably the deepest rabbit hole I've ever been down in my life. I am stuck in this rabbit hole.
Yeah, there's no turning back now. That's funny because I got into electronic music. Well, I guess in the sense of like really consuming it on a regular basis was with hard dance, like hard trance, hard style, like
noise controllers and wild styles.
Oh yeah, Headhunters.
Yeah, Headhunters.
Oh yeah, Show Tech.
Yeah, Techno Boy.
Man.
Techno Boy was my first ever event.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch from Techno Boy.
Oh, I forget what it's called. Not Maritime Center. It's some event in Langley.
Langley.
Langley, like this big hall in Langley.
I think you're thinking about Riverside and Richmond.
No, not that one. It was in Langley. I forget the name of it. I'll have to look it up after.
Huh. It's a big rave spot?
No, it was just like it's like a huge, almost like the Pacific Coliseum size. Like it's just like a massive venue, I think, from what I remember.
Wow. Yeah, so I mean, neither of us definitely consumed the same amount of hard dances as we used to.
Yeah, those days are long gone. Those days were short-lived too. I really didn't like it that much, honestly.
It's still big. Like that's a lot of what they play at the Harbor, where we were last night.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's still a scene for it here.
Absolutely.
I remember like way back in the day, I would go to like Basement too, like with some friends.
Every week, like me and my homies, like every weekend. We go Friday, Sunday, sometimes Saturdays.
So that like hands up style, happy hardcore. Yeah, that was vibey.
Those were the days, cause like you didn't want to pay a little bit more to go to Gorgamish around the corner.
Yeah. I never went to Gorg until I threw a show there. Actually,
really?
Yeah, I did like a site walkthrough to check out the venue, and I was like, all right, well, let's try it.
Yeah. Well, the bass music definitely sounded nice on the Honeycombs.
Yeah.
It was nice to get.
It's got a nice aesthetic on there. I still think that.
For sure. All right. So, who are your greatest musical influences? Top 5. Any genre.
Dude, top 5. That's so hard. Oh man, I'll probably give you a few. I'm gonna give you like 7 maybe. Okay. Something like that. Okay, out of electronic music, I think my top influence would be Culprit. Charles I, rest in peace. Sorrow. Sorrow's always stuck out, huge to me, very like warm, emotional sounding dance music. Anything like that kind of realm. But yeah, Sorrow, Charles I, and Culprit. I also got really into like country and folk music in the pandemic, surprisingly, which I never would have expected. I found this like really good singer-songwriter, Tyler Childers.
Okay.
So he's been like a huge inspiration just as far as songwriting goes. He has just an amazing voice. So like he's really stuck out to me. And just some like rap and hip hop inspirations that I grew up in high school listening to was like more Bay Area rap, Southern California, like Andre Nicotina, Mac Dre, E40.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Too Short, like that style of rap and hip hop has always been kind of an inspiration to me.
Dope, man.
Yeah.
Now, we met through one of the shows, the Saruta show, that you put on with your previous events company, Damp Nightlife. What made you want to host shows, and are there any plans on the horizon to kickstart that up again?
I always felt like what I was listening to and like that weird music I was finding on SoundCloud, like Vancouver kind of lacked that sound, and like it wasn't really bringing the music that I wanted to hear to town. So I guess I just figured may as well do it myself, right? And also I had just started working at a warehouse venue, Vancouver Art and Leisure. They had a location just on Main Street here, that I just started working at, and I had the ability to throw events there. So it's kind of like the perfect storm. Like there wasn't this music being brought here, and I had just gotten access to a venue to use. So
Nice.
why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't see enough of what you want, then it's an opportunity to be that beacon, that lighthouse kind of thing.
Totally.
You know.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I thought it would be fresh and exciting to, feature some new artists that I'm sure a lot of people hadn't been exposed to yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything coming up in the works?
As far as shows?
Yeah.
No, man. It's hard wearing a lot of different hats, in life in general, but in the music industry too. So, like, I'm pretty tied up with my two jobs. Like, I'm a talent agent and also a mental health worker as well in the downtown east side. So that paired with being a dad is like a lot of a workload as it is. So
yeah,
nothing in the works right now, but I have thought about it, and we'll see if the right circumstances happen. Then we might put something together. Maybe you can help me.
I'd love that. Well, you mentioned that. Logan here is a single dad, and he is amazing to his daughter Violet, and like for him to be juggling, being a single dad plus being an agent and being a DJ and having a hand in a bunch of different things, it's must keep you busy, So,
yeah, it's a full life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the things that I really admire about Logan, because he's a really great dad. I see the work that he puts into spending time with his daughter and really being there for her. So yeah, that's one of the things that really stuck out for me.
Thanks, man.
Of course. So, what's your favorite half full set of all time so far?
Probably that one that got my foot in the door with AAA, just the opening for Chi and Saruda. Like, I've always really looked up to them as far as producers and DJs go. It was on my birthday too, so there was just like a good, well-rounded group of people there out supporting too, and it brought together a lot of people. Everyone sang me happy birthday like at the end of my set and brought out a cake. My roommate Ari made me a cake. Shout out Ari. And she brought it out onto the stage, which was cute.
Wow, you don't see that at the club.
It was a memorable night for sure. It was good.
Pivotal moment, right?
Pivotal moment too, and like I said, yeah, it got me the job with AAA, and it really, it was a life changer for sure.
Had you played Celebrities, the nightclub, before at that time?
Yeah, I've played there definitely once. I'm trying to think if it was another time. I closed after Whipped Cream with my homie Leo Frigid. We did a back-to-back at the end of a Whipped Cream set, and it was pretty poppin'. It was a good crowd of people there. We got to play a bunch of hype music, and yeah, it was dope.
Wow. Yeah, it's with celebs. I had started DJing house and techno in 2009, and I started at the Lotus Sound Lounge, which is not there anymore. But it wasn't until last year, 2022, that I played celebs for the first time.
Oh, nice.
So that's like 13 years. To get to there, and it was a cool experience.
Who'd you play with?
It was for the Deadbeats tribute night, and it was myself, then Beer, and then I think it was one other person, and then Beer and I did a B2B afterwards, which was super fun.
That's dope.
Yeah. All right, so how we talked a little bit about this before we started recording, but how do you typically prepare your set for a show?
Seriously overthink it. I analyze every single transition ever. Yeah, I haven't actually been playing those shows. Like I said, I've been super busy with everything else, so it's kind of my own creative career has almost taken the back burner a bit. But yeah, when I do prep for shows, it's a lot of SoundCloud digging, Bandcamp digging, checking out my favorite record labels, seeing what's fresh. Probably asking a few homies for some unreleased music just to get something people haven't heard before. Yeah, I usually do a lot of it like pretty last minute, just just like the night before and just whip it together. Sometimes I'll freestyle too. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is fun to freestyle sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. That way I'm just like, whatever happens, it's all good.
Yeah. And then on the flip side, if you put a lot of time and effort into it, then you can go into the performance feeling like, okay, I did everything that I could.
Yeah.
So it kind of like eases whatever anxiety you might have pre-show.
That, but also on the flip side, if I freestyle the set, then I don't give myself the opportunity to overthink it.
Yeah.
So it's just like I can't do that because I haven't like analyzed what I'm doing. I know once I get up there and press play, it'll all be fine, really. But
yeah, it usually is.
Yeah,
you kind of just you get into that zone and nothing else matters.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, tunnel vision.
All right, so tell us then about your biggest DJ boo-boo.
Oh God, dude. Oh, this is nightmare fuel. Why are you making me relive this?
For the fans.
I was supposed to open for Buke's Finest and the Whittler, two dubstep artists at Red Room for Subculture Saturdays. Both of them ended up having to cancel due to weather, I think. They had like missed a flight or some storm or something, so they didn't make it. And there was an early show at Red Room, so there was still like a headliner in town for the evening, so they had just pushed the early show back to be the late show. So I ended up closing Red Room after Fela, who is like a super vibey, down-tempo artist. Like he's experiments with a lot of different genres, but it's a lot more like a laid-back sound than I was going to play. Mm-hmm. So I kind of revamped my set, like made it fit the night a bit better than what I was going to play. I head to the club, Fela plays, and he was playing off Ableton, so he was plugged in to one of the channels, I think, that a CDJ had to go into. Oh. And I remember asking, like, one of the lighting guys or someone, like, hey, like, I don't know why they made me do it, honestly. I don't know why I got my hands on it, but I was like, hey, what one should I unplug or something? Like, what do I do to, like, hook the CJ up? And, like, I don't know if I was given direction by someone or if I just made the wrong mistake, but I went up there and I, like, unplugged the wrong channel on the mixer. So, I cut the sound to the club for, like, 5-6 seconds. And, like, it's obviously me that did this. Fela looks at me. He's like, what the heck, dude? Like, what? Yeah. Like, that gets fixed, thankfully, pretty quickly. So I'm like, okay, great. Off to a good start here. Just cut the music. And then, to top it off, I go to plug in my USB, and it's all error codes. Like, all the music on my USB is corrupted, dude. So now I'm up there, like, freaking out. Don't have music, just cut the sound. It's, like, literally the worst thing I could ever imagine to happen to me up there. And, luckily, Banana Cam had a USB on him, so I just played his tunes. Wow. I made it work in the end, kind of, but it was rough, dude. And, like, everyone was, like, looking at me, like, dude, what's going on, man? Nightmare fuel. No, I honestly, every set, like, nothing's gonna be as bad as that.
That's so right.
I've experienced the worst there.
Yeah, you can only go up from there.
You can only go up from there, yeah.
The homie Cam came in clutch.
Shout out Cam for having his thing on him, man. Yeah, that was rough.
And that reminds me of in a similar story, not the exact same, but I was playing for I was opening for Uzi at the Red Room.
Yeah.
And we were doing some pregame at this bar nearby, and I find out that DMVU, who was co-headlining.
I was there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah.
DMVU couldn't make it, backed out super last second. We're chilling at the bar. I find out, and the promoter Blake, he tells me, "Yo, we're missing DMVU," and I'm like, I'm sitting with Logan right now, and I asked him, I was like, "You got your USB?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I got my USB." So he ended up closing the night, saving all our asses, and it was a 6-set and.
Yeah, that was sweet. That was almost my redemption for that.
Yeah, exactly.
for the malfunction that was that fellowship, but yeah, being able to play that set was actually an honor too, because it was like prime time.
Yeah.
Headliner slot, got to play bangers and really energetic bass music, and that was really sweet. So yeah, thankful to have been with you that night, and just right place, right time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all crushed it that night. That was a good one.
Yeah, it was definitely right place, the right time. And I did hear that although DMV backed out, nobody asked for a refund on their ticket. So it's like everybody had such a good time anyway that no one thought to try to get their money back.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty big win, and definitely that was my the opening for Uzi was my very first Red Room gig. So I had seen Uzi play pre-pandemic.
Yeah. If
you had told me then that I was going to open for him after the pandemic, I would be telling you to stop doing drugs. But there I was, and I got the alley-oop from the homie here. So to have him play, and for my first time at Red Room, it all really worked out. It was like a divine intervention, if you will.
Yeah, that was awesome.
All right, so what's something you weren't aware of about music festivals that before you started working them? Like, let's say when you were just a guest, you kind of wondered how this worked, and then you worked behind the scenes and found out.
That's a good question. I grew up like before music festivals. I had some experience like setting up renegade outdoor events, and so I had like somewhat of an idea of how the back end worked, and how things get put together, and how much work and care and effort actually goes into putting together an event on any scale, and then obviously getting to Shambhala, Bass Coast, and some of these very prestige music festivals, you really see like how much effort goes into it. Not only that, but I've also been to festivals in other countries as well, like Croatia and Costa Rica. And one thing I'd say I've noticed is how well we have it here in terms of like harm reduction and clean drinking water, and like we have no corruption here. Like in Costa Rica, the police have like set up roadblocks outside of the festival, let's say on like the Saturday of a festival, and they won't let any attendees in until the event promoters give the police like money, like as like a tax.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like it's already hard enough as is to do a music festival in BC, but when you go to other countries, it gets like insanely a different ball game, and it's so that was honestly surprising to me to see that. So yeah, and like we really have like a lot of things that some people don't think about, like really dialed in here, and yeah, like top of the line harm reduction. You can test drugs. We have spectrometers to make sure that you're using safe, and yeah. So that was.
Harm reduction, definitely.
Yeah.
Like I would say here in BC, we're at the forefront of the harm reduction movement. Where in like most other, I would say like I've been to an American music festival, and it's different, right? 'Cause when you have a strict no drugs policy, when people may inevitably some will overdo it, and for fear of getting in trouble, they miss out on on first response
Yeah.
right away, you know,
Yeah.
and they don't want to be judged. They don't want to be.
They'd rather push it under the rug and almost
Yeah.
pretend like it doesn't exist and it's not happening. And that, in turn, is really harmful to people. And it's scary.
Yeah. All right. So, what's the number one festival or club set that you missed and you regret to this day?
Festival or club set? One time when I was younger, I had tickets for a Flume show at the Vogue. I hadn't seen Flume yet, and at the time I was really into Flume. Like this is when he just did his like You and Me Disclosure remix, and he was like really unique sounding. And I was at a party the night before. I'd stayed up late, whatever, gone home, go up, get ready for the show, and I fell asleep on the SkyTrain, like going to the Vogue. So I woke up, and I like woke up at like King George Station like an hour after the doors had opened for the show, like so far away, dude, missed the show.
So the train went to Waterfront and then back?
Yeah, I went there and back, and I was like just conked out on the train, dude, missed the whole show.
Wow. See, it's one thing to miss a festival set because you're like back at camp or something, but to...
No, this was,
Wow.
Yeah, I woke up at another...
I'd be kicking
city.
myself.
Yeah, I was
for that too.
pretty bummed.
All right, so I know you've overcome a lot of adversity to get to where you are now. Can you tell me a bit about that?
Yeah, just like kind of...
Your younger years.
Yeah, younger years. A lot of people don't know this actually, but I had kind of a rough childhood. Like, parents weren't around as much, and I had found my way into a gang when I was in high school. So I really fell into the wrong crowd of people and into a pretty toxic environment. Some years passed, and luckily I found music, and that was like the lifesaver for me, really, was getting to an event. I went to this beach party on Wreck Beach, Sunrise, and I met a group of people that I really connected with, and I found music that truly felt passionate about. And from that day forward, I started making more positive life choices, and it was like enough to pull me from that lifestyle that I had got myself stuck in. So
Wow.
Shout out music for saving my butt.
Yeah, and that's I'm sure contributes to your glass half full mentality.
Yeah.
Because if you can
probably.
overcome that, then no matter how bad your day can get, your week, your month, your year.
Yeah.
It's it couldn't get worse than that. In the same way that couldn't get worse than that show.
Yeah, I think if you're experiencing any dark times and whatever you find yourself in, a gang, just depression, like whatever, like having a creative outlet or something to express yourself through can be like a beacon of light for you.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's important for anyone to have if they're going through it. Mm-hmm. Whether it's painting or making clothes or songwriting or anything like that, it's really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you've got a lot of stuff going on inside, you need something to channel it to the outside world.
Yeah.
And for people like us, we found music.
Mm-hmm.
Because whether you're curating as a DJ or creating as a producer, you're telling your story without saying any words, so to speak, right? Like if a song is resonating with you, and then you like it enough to play it out, and then it resonates with somebody else, that's kind of like an unspoken bond.
Yeah. It's like a ripple effect.
Yeah.
Too, for sure. Music can do that. It's it's captivating, and it can inspire other people around you from you just sharing it with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, so I've got the last 1.5 questions to ask my bro here. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Hot hot dog can be whatever you want it to be, man. That's the beauty of life. It could be a sandwich. It could be a freaking edible dildo, dude.
Edible dildo.
It could, yeah, that's the beauty of life. We all see things in our own light, and you and I can have two totally different meanings for the same object.
That's deep, man. That's deep. I'm gonna be thinking about that before I go to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what about cereal? Is it cold soup?
Sure. If you want it to be, sure, dude. Yeah.
All right. Well, I wanted to end the series of questions with a not so serious note.
If
but
you're in a hot tub, are you human soup then?
I mean, if somebody eats you.
Oh, you have to be eaten to be considered soup. I guess so. That makes sense.
Technically, I mean, you could still have a bowl of soup and not finish it.
Yeah.
But would you have a bowl of soup and not even start it?
Depends.
But it's still soup. It technically is still soup.
Yeah, you don't need to eat it for it to be food.
You know what? You know what is soup though?
What?
A vanilla soy latte is 3-bean soup.
Yeah, you've seriously put some thought into that.
I really have, because I get these existential questions pop up in my mind when I'm eating food and drinking my coffee,
Right. Oh, yeah. I can see you laying up awake late at night just thinking about these strange things.
Yeah, like, Logan won't answer my question about the hot dog. All right, well, thanks, my man, for coming to the show.
Yeah, of course we do.
I'm stoked for your set. Logan's going to play some tunes for you. Got maybe 30, 40 minutes on it, so I hope you guys enjoy. Catch you at the next episode.
Boom. Behind the beats.
God, and their life is better than yours. Damn right. it's a curse. I took out my mirrors and my phone. This shit ain't no bonnet, it's a cloak. I finish at the bottom of this road. Back up. Ain't ripping off my ponies and my clothes. My dream now is I'm a hiding so shit cold. No focus, my feet is Eskimo.
Oh, my dog gon' spin. I treat this shit like I know that I'm him. I treat this shit like I'm late on the renegade. I treat this shit like the plug, I know me like I know that I'm him. I treat this shit like I'm late on the renegade. I treat this shit like the plug, I know middleman. I treat this shit like I ain't looking back. Hold us ain't with the no back and forth, we just deal with them free and not to be that.
I treat this shit like I really was chillin'. If they want the feeling, I might be. Nigga, look at this movie, just put up $1 million again on the motherfucking type beat. She know I ain't the type to be living my life for some life from a side, don't get hype from the post. They come and go, chillin' my coats, ain't no coast, all of the boats. These niggas capping and catch dream, but that actually says the man. I'm saying the picture, because I'm working with this and this for the world.